Number 10. Howard Stern. The radio host slammed the couple and labeled them as whiny B-words after he said that he had to sit through the painful first 3 episodes of their Netflix series. Stern said, "I wouldn't watch it, but my wife wants to watch it. You know, we have shows we watch, but they come off like such whiny B-words. I gotta tell you, man, I just don't get it." He went on to say that he understands that Prince Harry is angry at the monarchy for what happened with his mother. Then he says, "But Jesus Christ, when those two start whining about where, and they don't like me, and Meghan wants to be beloved in this country, but man oh man, it's like the Kardashians except boring." Stern then brought up the privacy issue and said, "It's just weird to watch two people who keep screaming, 'We want our privacy. We wanted the press to leave us alone.' And then what is there special that they put out on Netflix showing you them and their kids and their life?" Funnily enough, this is one of the main criticisms that the couple seem to be getting. So much so that they have now had to release a statement through their press secretary saying that they never wanted privacy in the first place, claiming that very narrative was intended to trap them into silence. So apparently, their decision to step back never had anything to do with wanting to be out of the spotlight. Number 9. Kathy Griffin. The comedian made it clear that she was not exactly impressed by the way Meghan and Harry described the way they met in the new Netflix series. Kathy said, "They met on freaking Instagram. Prince Harry was just flipping through Instagram looking for a hot brunette like every other guy in LA." Then she said something pretty shocking. She jokingly compared Harry to Armie Hammer, who has recently been embroiled in allegations. Kathy said, "I'm disappointed. I thought this was going to be a great love story. Prince Harry's like Armie freaking Hammer. What if Prince Harry's the new House of Hammer?" Although she insisted that she wasn't trashing the couple, only questioning them, she went on to criticize their attitude and the British monarchy altogether. Kathy thinks that the Sussexes are acting like they can do so much good in the world, but went on to ask, when's the last time a royal did anything that helped the world? Quote, "Meghan kinda acts like she was never on Deal or No Deal. And when I say she kinda acts like, I mean they don't acknowledge it at all, which is hilarious to me. You don't think it's funny when Meghan acts like she doesn't know what hair and makeup is?" So obviously she wasn't buying Meghan's claim that she had no guidance whatsoever when she entered the royal family. Number 8. Sharon Osbourne. Following the release of the latest trailer for the second part of their Netflix docuseries, the former talk show host lashed out at Harry and Meghan, telling them to move on and get a life. Sharon appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored, where she weighed in on their controversial new project, saying, "It was all very distasteful, Piers. I was totally bored by the whining. It is just so horribly disrespectful and just a whine fest. I mean, is the book going to be the same thing? Are there going to be no positive points?" Sharon even went on to accuse the couple of having a deal with Netflix before they stepped down from royal duties. She said, "And that whole thing of him filming himself on the Freedom Flight, they must have had that deal with Netflix done months before they ever left. So the whole thing was a setup. Unless you had a deal, why would you have done that? Filming yourself on the plane and all of that, doing a video diary." Sharon felt that the series was a good opportunity for them to talk about their charity, but instead they chose to focus on how mistreated they were by the public, the press, and the royal family. She summed it all up by saying, "And do you know what? You have a great life. You have a beautiful family, and you are so much in love. Move on, get a life, and move on." Number 7. Bethany Frankel. The Real Housewives of New York City star posted a TikTok review of the controversial new series after the first 3 episodes dropped on December the 8th. She said, "It didn't hold my attention. It seemed like they really wanted to be humanized. They wanted us to know that they are real human beings. We believe that you are really in love, and we believe that you're really human beings." Frankel went on to claim that Meghan just wanted to hang out with major celebrities and gain notoriety from the famous family, and that was the real motivation behind her moving to California. She said, "I feel like this entire documentary was about how famous we are. It was relentless. If you are being trolled by the media, the royal family gave you the advice to say nothing because that's the advice that most very famous people are given. If you add gasoline to a fire, the fire blows up even bigger." It felt like Meghan in particular just kept wanting to tell us more. The reality star felt that the show was a major cash grab and something that Meghan and Harry decided to do because they were already causing chaos by leaving the family. Frankel also said they really wanted to push the Princess Diana aspect, the comparison, and I feel like it achieves the opposite result because Diana was there 5, 6, 7 times longer than Meghan and entered the monarchy when she was just 19. It's just not the same comparison. Number 6, Piers Morgan. Not long after Netflix released the second trailer, the presenter fired a series of tweets launching a new attack on Harry and Meghan. He wrote, "King Charles needs to strip these two poisonous rats of all remaining titles and ties to the royal family, and needs to do it fast before they destroy the monarchy." Piers also targeted Netflix directly after they promoted the second part of the series. He wrote, "It's not a global event, it's a weekly trashing of their families." He then made another post saying, "Imagine being the royal family still grieving the loss of your great matriarch just a few weeks ago, and now having to endure two relatives who deserted the royal duty and Britain for riches in America, publicly trashing you as racist and liars after a week. It's so disgusting." Earlier this week, Piers also compared the series to Keeping Up with the Kardashians and labeled it boring. But by far the point that he's taken the most issue with was that Meghan was compared to Princess Diana, which he called sickening, and said, "Having known both women, I can say with absolute certainty they have nothing in common whatsoever." What he's talking about is the moment that Harry said, "So much of what Meghan is and how she is so similar to my mom. She has the same compassion, the same empathy. She has the same confidence. She has this warmth about her." And later on he says, "The pain and suffering of women marrying into this institution, this feeding frenzy, I was terrified and I didn't want history to repeat itself." Number 5, Megyn Kelly. The former Fox News presenter appeared on GB News and criticized Meghan Markle in particular for her apparent history of lies. Kelly compared the narrative of the documentary to Meghan's past statements and said, "Look at how she lied about the cast of The Lion King, who allegedly said that when she married Harry, they celebrated in South Africa like they did when Mandela was freed. And the lie that baby Archie was almost killed where they were. That was a lie too." Kelly called the Sussexes dishonest when reacting to the paparazzi photos that appeared in the trailer. She said, "I realized that Netflix or the director would have put together the trailer, but Meghan and Harry approved it," insinuating that they would have seen those pictures beforehand and understood that they were being misused. According to Kelly, Meghan picks a very specific incident or event and aggrandizes it to make herself either look like the victim or look like she's way more adored than she actually is. The presenter then brought up several photos used in the series that showed the Duchess crying and said, "I have never taken a photo of myself crying and certainly never released it to the public saying, 'Please feel sorry for me.' They want people to feel sorry for them, which is the most unattractive piece of this couple." So clearly she doesn't believe Meghan and Harry when they spoke about the turmoil they went through before leaving the royal family. Number 4, Holly Willoughby. Speaking about the Sussexes on This Morning Today show, Holly disagreed with Meghan's claim that the royal family is overly formal towards one another, even behind closed doors. She said, "To suggest somebody is a bit cold is a really horrible thing to try and brush away. We don't know Kate, but from what we see of her, the way somebody is with their own children, I think you get a pretty good idea." What she was reacting to was the way that Meghan said that she wore ripped jeans and was barefoot when Prince William and Kate came over for dinner, and how surprised she was by their formalities, because she called herself a hugger. To which Holly said, "I think suggesting that anyone within the royal family isn't a hugger, I don't believe that. We saw in the footage of Prince Charles talking to the kids, being normal. Just because you're posh doesn't mean you can't hug someone. It's crazy." Although she did make it clear that she understood where Harry and Meghan were coming from when they spoke about their desire to have a private life. She said, "What I got from the documentary was that their private life was stepping away from royal duty, but it's not private in the way that we see it, and maybe that's where the confusion comes from. It's the first time I understood, oh, that's what you mean by a private life. It's the opposite of public royal duties." So perhaps Harry and Meghan simply wanted freedom and not necessarily what we would consider privacy. Number 3, Gemma Collins. The reality star said, "I've got to be honest, I really like Meghan and Harry. The only thing I would say is that they do need to be loyal to the family. They shouldn't be airing any sort of dirty laundry in public." In the new clip of Harry and Meghan, the couple makes shocking claims against Prince William, alleging that palace officials were happy to lie to protect his brother, but were never willing to tell the truth to protect him and Meghan. Harry also claimed that the couple faced institutional gaslighting from the family. Aside from these allegations, Gemma took issue with one particular comment that Meghan made in her interview with Oprah Winfrey last year. She simply did not like the fact that she referred to the family as the firm, and said, "I thought that was a bit near the mark. Well, to be honest, I thought, Jesus, you've got some balls. That's the only bit I didn't like, I've got to be honest." But Gemma did acknowledge that the public only get told certain information and might not get to see the whole picture because of the way the documentary was edited together. To sum it up, she said, "Look, I think she's made her mistake and she should have never called the family the firm. But Harry looks happy, and is everyone going to be tuning in to watch it? Yes. And I just think they're not in the royal family now, let them get on with it. Number 2, Dan Wooten. The GB News presenter did not mince words when he tweeted, "For a couple who claim they care about their privacy, in less than half an hour, Harry and Meghan have already shared with the world their private text messages, private photos from their dates, private video diaries, and private clips of their son." He also pointed out the hypocrisy that Harry was using clips of Princess Diana's infamous Panorama interview that William himself has tried so hard to get banned. Dan was especially critical about the moment that Harry said, "Meghan sacrificed everything she ever knew to join me in my world, and then pretty soon after that, I ended up sacrificing everything that I know to join her in her world." Dan said this statement made it sound as though Meghan and Harry had both joined some kind of cult and cut out any family members who challenged them or anyone who disagreed with them. This was one of the most telling quotes of the docuseries, because Harry clearly believes that both he and Meghan gave up certain things to be with each other. She gave up freedom and the ability to live her life how she wanted, and then obviously he ended up giving up his royal duties and separated from his family. Later on, he also brought up the situation with her father Thomas and said, "Of course, it's incredibly sad what happened. She had a father before all of this, and now she doesn't have a father, and I shouldered that, because if Meg wasn't with me, then her dad would still be her dad." And coming in at number 1, Kirstie Allsopp. The Channel 4 presenter tweeted, "It's totally okay to leave the family firm, but don't try and crash the share price after you've left. H&M wanted to have their cake and eat it too, and that's not how it works. If you want to be royal, work for it. If you don't, you're welcome to be like the rest of us." Allsopp even compared the couple's Netflix venture to an X-rated movie that one might put out there for revenge, implying that they chose to air their grievances with the palace in the most public way possible in order to inflict the most damage. Funnily enough, this wasn't even the first time that she questioned their motives. Back in September, the presenter addressed the public's perception of Meghan and Harry's return to the UK as they were honoring the late Queen Elizabeth II. After they joined William and Kate in a rare reunion, Allsopp took the opportunity to respond to the headlines from the event. She pointed out that the couple's treatment of the Queen had been a cause of serious concern for some sections of the British public, and that's why they were not very well liked in the UK. And it seems like Meghan has once again been accused of disrespecting the Queen. In a video clip from the second episode, she was seen laughing uncontrollably as she described how Harry introduced her to his late grandmother. When she curtsied dramatically, many people felt that she was mocking Harry's family traditions and cultural beliefs. So it's no wonder that clip drew a huge amount of controversy.
Starting off our list today in the number 10 spot, we have Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus has finally broken her silence on Hailey Bieber in her unhealthy obsession with Selena Gomez. And with it, she's pretty much explained why she's never trusted Hailey even though they've been friends since childhood. It seems like Miley has finally had enough of Hailey making fun of her best friend Selena, and she is exposing Hailey for how awful she really is. In an interview, Miley would note that she just can't stand the victimizing anymore and all the stories that are coming with it. Miley has wasted no time when it comes to blasting Hailey and her friend Kendall Jenner, to the point when Miley ran into Kendall backstage of a Versace fashion show, she got into a confrontation with Kendall, and the confrontation reportedly got so heated that Kendall began to cry hysterically. And some eyewitnesses also claim that Miley told Kendall to tell both Hailey and Kylie to get ready because she was coming for them too. And if I were them, I'd probably be running for the hills right now, because to be on Miley's bad side right now is actually such a scary thought to think about. Number 9. Taylor Swift. I think we can all agree that we adore Taylor Swift's and Selena Gomez's friendship, as through thick and thin, these girls are always with each other and they always have each other's back. With a lot of girls portraying both girls for clout, they have come to the conclusion that they only have each other, and at the end of the day, that's why we see them always standing up for each other. In one quick move, it appears as Taylor Swift is finally unfollowing Hailey on Instagram because of all the things happening. With both Taylor and Selena not taking any of the diss videos so seriously, we all know they're contacting each other and talking about how these girls are all acting ridiculous. And with it, Taylor has come out to slam Hailey for fat shaming Selena Gomez by pointing out that Hailey is just insecure about Selena and Justin's relationship, and that's why she's acting out with such a mean girl persona. Number 8. Selena Gomez. Despite Selena dealing with unnecessary commentary about her body, despite her fluctuating weight because of it being a byproduct of her ongoing battle with lupus, when Hailey decided to throw the white flag away and diss Selena Gomez one last time by uploading a TikTok video of herself lip-syncing along with her friends to an audio clip of someone saying, "I'm not saying she deserved it, but God's timing is always right." Fans were quick to assume that the shady post was about Selena Selena being body shamed for a bikini pic that made headlines around the same time. And when Hailey went on to delete the video, just proved that all of our speculation was right. When fans started to beg Selena to tell the star off and her friends for bullying her, Selena commented back by saying it was okay because she didn't let these sort of things get to her and get her down, before telling everyone they just needed to be nice to everyone. And then even after telling Hailey off, Hailey still went on to beg Selena to ask her friends and her fans to stop bullying her, and it proves that Selena's the type of person who always takes the high road even when she's treated wrongly. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 7, we have Jeffree Star. With Jeffree Star being the king when it comes to inputting himself in any celebrity drama, it was only a matter of time before we saw him take to his social media to spill his thoughts on where he stood when it came to Selena and Hailey's feud. And let me tell you, he definitely didn't disappoint us when he came out to throw some major shade Hailey's way. Jeffree definitely came out in full force to announce he was a Selena fan, and in the process, he decided to drag Hailey's skincare brand through the mud after he straight up threw the skincare products in a bin after he received the package following Paris Fashion Week. He then ate and left no breadcrumbs after he went on to say that there was no bullying allowed in his home when he went on to call Hailey Bieber a nepto baby who uses daddy's money. But he definitely forgot that her daddy no longer has money as he filed for bankruptcy and one of his houses foreclosed. So it means she's just using Justin Bieber's money. Number 6. Pia Mia. Pia Mia was one of the first celebrities within the Kardashian-Jenner circle to show her support towards Selena Gomez. Although she hasn't addressed the situation openly, her makeup videos with Selena Gomez's music in the background would do all the talking for the star. When Pia posted a Snapchat story of her doing makeup in the background, a Selena Gomez song could be heard, and to make matters even more iconic, Pia also went on to post another makeup routine using Selena's version of Calm Down in the background. And with it, a lot of people started to point out that she was throwing some major shade Hailey Bieber's way, because Hailey Bieber previously posted on her Instagram story with the version Calm Down in the background without Selena's feature. Pia Mia then went on to post a song of her singing Taylor Swift's Bejeweled, and everyone kinda lost it, as Pia Mia actually used to be really good friends with both Hailey and Kylie, and then earlier this year Kylie kinda tossed her out of their group, and Pia took to her TikTok video to say even if they're your friends and you're friends with someone for years, you actually think that friendship is real. The second they think you're not good enough, famous enough, or make enough money, you're cut from the group. Number 5. Jordyn Woods. Just after the whole Pia Mia saga, we were so invested into our screens trying to figure out what other celebrities part of the Kardashian-Jenner circle, or celebrities that used to be a part of their close circle, would come out to call Hailey out or throw some shade the star's way. And with it, we all saw Jordyn Woods enter into the chat, and when we did, we lost our mind. With the Kardashian family embarrassing Jordyn Woods to a T when they over-exaggerated on the whole Jordyn Woods hooking up with Tristan Thompson story, it honestly wasn't really surprising that Jordyn would come out to choose Selena's side during this messy feud. And when she came out to show her support by posting a Snapchat video where the Instagram influencer could be seen applying a lip liner and saying she loved it, that lip liner actually happened to be one of the products from Selena's cosmetic collection. Number 4. Justin Bieber. You would think because Justin is married to Hailey Bieber that he would be taking her side through all of this mess, but it seems like Justin is letting his wife dig herself out of her own hole, and with it a lot of rumors are trickling down the grapevine, and it seems like there's trouble in paradise as Justin is completely upset with Hailey's actions, especially after he begged the star not to be friends with Selena in the first place, you know, when they waved their white flag a couple months ago, as he knew something like this was going to happen. And with Justin's sisters and mother also seemingly taking Selena's side, it makes you wonder what kind of conversations the family is going to have during Easter dinner, or if Hailey is going to be invited to the Bieber family outings going forward. What makes things even more interesting is that apparently Justin even sent Selena flowers back in 2022 for the SAG Awards, and after that, this is when we saw Hailey start to post sneak diss videos, and we only just realized after the Jenner sisters jumped into all of the fun. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in the family Bieber group chat. Number 3. Lady Gaga. Leave it to Lady Gaga to prove that she's just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. With Lady Gaga being one of many celebrities that has come out to support Selena Gomez in her TikTok video where Selena showed that she accidentally over-laminated her eyebrows, when Selena went on to compare herself to Bella Hadid, saying she wished she was as beautiful as the model, just in the height of Hailey Bieber and Kylie Jenner making fun of the model by posting photos of their eyebrows. Just as Selena was pleading for everyone to stay kind before she deleted her social media accounts to take a break, Lady Gaga would jump into the drama by choosing Selena's side, and in the process she would even show the singer her love and support by telling Selena, "You look and you are beautiful inside and out and one of my favorite ladies alive." And just like that, it would remind Selena that she can't help the fact that she was born this way and that she deserves nothing but happiness, love, and support. Number 2. Jennifer Stone. It's not really shocking to see Jennifer Stone come out to support Selena through all of this mess, as let's face it, they were on Wizards of Waverly Place together, and in the show Jennifer played Selena's best friend, and with her support it would go on to show that Harper and Alex were just as good friends on the show as Selena and Jennifer are good friends off the show. And in a 6-second TikTok video posted to Jennifer's account, Jennifer would lip sync over an audio that was originally said by actress Jamie Lee Curtis telling people to keep their mouths shut. In the video we would see Jennifer lip sync over Jamie's words when she said, "People should shut the F up, back the F off, and let this woman shine her light." And if the post couldn't get any more iconic, Jennifer even went on to caption her post by saying, "When people try to mess with my people," and it included various hashtags like #backoff. So think about that next time you want to mess with one of Jennifer Stone's friends. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Pattie, aka Justin's mom. So when Pattie, aka Justin's mom, entered into all of the drama, let me tell you, her input has been a bit murky at best, but it's clear that out of everyone's side, she is clearly supporting Selena Gomez's. And in the process, it probably has Hailey Bieber icing her burn. So when fans started calling out Justin's mom for apparently liking and unliking a tweet from Popbase, where in it Selena would announce that she would be taking a break from her TikTok account after the whole eyebrow and Hailey Bieber situation, Pattie would then head over to her Twitter account to say, "Hate is ugly, don't be ugly." And she did it without any context or tags, but if you take my opinion, I genuinely believe out of all this takeaway, she was supporting her son's long-term ex. And maybe that's because she believes Justin always should have ended up with her, but who knows, right? Coming at number 10 today, we have Howard Stern. Howard Stern is not holding anything back when it comes to his opinion on the Sussexes, especially when it comes to Prince Harry. When the 68-year-old radio personality spoke out about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's new Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan, during an episode of his Sirius XM show, he would say, "It's been painful. I wouldn't stay with it, but my wife, Beth Stern, wants to watch it, so you know, we have shows we watch, but they come off like such whiny bees." Howard would then go on to say, "I gotta tell you, man, I just don't get it, and honestly, I think we're just as confused as Howard, as the whole film was just old stories they have said in every single interview with no proof to back up their claims." While Howard did feel bad for Harry because he did lose his mother, Princess Diana, at such a young age, he definitely is not a big fan on how Meghan and Harry have gone about to tell their story on how things all went wrong and why they have chosen to walk away from their royal duties. Stern would also go on to say, "When those two start whining about wah, they don't like me, and she wants to be beloved in this country, but man, oh man, you know, it's just very weird to watch two people who keep screaming, we want our privacy, we wanted the press to leave us alone, and what is their special they put on Netflix showing you them and their kids and their life? It's like the Kardashians, except boring." Number 9, Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan has made his feelings very clear on Prince Harry's latest tell-all interviews, calling them delusional, paranoid, and pathetic. This would come after Harry spoke with ITV, Tom Bradby, and CNN's Anderson Cooper on Sunday night about the revelations in his new autobiography, Spare. The book, officially launched on Tuesday, would reveal a number of revelations, like the time William and Harry had a confrontation over Meghan, and William pushed Harry to the ground. When Harry sat down with ITV on Sunday after after the interview, Piers was definitely not impressed, and he would head to Twitter to say, "Never seen an unhappier happy man in my life. Prince Harry's bitter, delusional, paranoid, family trashing, half-wit exposing and exploiting the royals' most personal secrets for gazillion, while it's wanging on with jaw-dropping hypocrisy about media intrusion. He's pathetic." With Harry speaking to Bradby about his current relationship with the royal family in his upcoming book release, when he was asked whether he was looking back too much, Harry would say, "We always knew that these two projects, both the Netflix documentary and the book, one being our story and one very much being my story, they were look-back projects, and I'm sure once Piers finishes reading his book, he's only gonna have a lot more to say about Harry's story." Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 8, we have Dan Wooten. Dan Wooten has had enough of Harry's deranged campaign against media devils in the royals, as he believed Harry is trying to destroy Charles, Camilla, and William over leaks and briefings. In a column posted to the Daily Mail, Dan would say that the fairy tale goes that this selfish couple were forced to smash relations with the British royal relatives and flee the country because of a vicious briefing campaign launched against them, even seeing the press conspire with the institution and senior members of the royal family to drive out such a popular pair, and that the narrative was actually really deranged. Dan would also go on to note that the story was invented and designed by sniveling Harry and fake Meghan to avoid taking any of their own behavior, including credible claims of bullying against staff by the American diva. At the end of the article, Dan would then note that enough is enough and it's time for the woke media to stop giving the Duke of Sussex an easy ride and realize that the damage he is causing to democracy with his falsehoods, distortion, and deranged attacks designed to cause further damage to freedom of the press in Britain. Number 7, Candace Owens. Candace Owens has finally entered the chat, and it was kinda shocking to see what she had to say about the revelations in Prince Harry's new memoir, Spare. The controversial political commentator decided to weigh in on Harry's new memoir, in which the Duke of Sussex has made some major bombshell remarks about the tension between him and the British royal family. On Sunday, after Harry's interview with ITV, Candace would head to her Instagram account to say, "Meghan putting pregnancy tests next to locks of Prince Diana's hair, plus asking for private moments at Diana's gravesite to speak to her, are not things to laugh at." Instead of laughing, Candace would call Meghan's behavior terrifyingly psychopathic and manipulative actions. Candace would then go on to conclude that Meghan is dangerous before noting through a hashtag that the Duke of Sussex has gone mad. Candace was referring to Harry's claim in the book that he and his brother Prince William each have a lock of their mother's hair, which is cut from her head by her sister shortly after her passing. Number 6, Jason Williamson. Jason Williamson has gone the extra mile when it came to showing his dislike of Prince Harry when he wrote a scathing open letter that was published in Britain's most left-wing newspaper. When Jason decided to vent after learning that Harry was due to visit Nottingham, hometown, alongside of Meghan Markle for their first joint official engagement, the pair headed to the city to witness various charity initiatives in action. But it seems fair to say that Williamson wasn't feeling particularly charitable in his response. The outspoken frontman described Harry's engagement to Meghan in The Guardian as being heinously over-publicized and continued to bring up dark tendencies of Harry's ancestors, and referred to him and his family as both being psychopaths and monsters. He would then conclude, "We are apologists, never-ending apologists, who will gush at Harry's perceived interest in the youth program he is currently involved with in the St. Anne's area. He doesn't give a toss about those people. This only serves to strengthen his family's position as relevant and merciful." He would then proceed to say, "Go home, Rambo. Nottingham doesn't need you." Number 5, Kirstie Allsopp. Location presenter Kirstie Allsopp took to Twitter on Sunday to slam both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Following Harry's latest interview with ITV, the Duke of Sussex defended his explosive new memoir, Spare, during a talk with presenter Tom Bradby at his California home. After watching the interview, Kirstie would be left feeling entirely unimpressed with how Prince Harry came across and questioned his true intentions behind releasing the book. And she would say, "So they're in bed with the devil, but Harry's just chatting to Tom Bradby on primetime ITV for what?" Soon after her first initial tweet, she would then tweet, "What work? Your book? this interview, it isn't about service or charity. This is about you. Sick. And let's be honest, Harry and Meghan have briefed again. Number 4, Sharon Osbourne. Talk TV host Sharon Osbourne and her panel discussed clips from the Duke of Sussex explosive television interviews, which were broadcasted on CBS and ITV on Sunday. During the debate, Sharon noted that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's young children will grow up with no family on either parent's side. The 7-year-old then branded the situation as being ugly and very sad. During Tuesday's installment of her Talk TV show, Sharon claimed that the younger generation still supports Harry and Meghan's decision to start a new life in California. However, she added, older generations have definitely had it up to here with all the whining, and it's definitely just younger kids that still support them. She would then also remind the panel how all families argue and tell views as it's normal to row with loved ones, which is the truth. I have 5 siblings, and I know times get tough, but I would never air out our rows for the whole world to see because that just seems a little bit childish, especially when you're trying to claim you want your family back in your life. Sharon would then note that the children will now be forced to grow up with no family, and it's just a terrible thing for any child to go through. Number 3, Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin was not impressed by how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle met and even compared the royal to the controversial actor Armie Hammer. Kathy went on to say, they met on freaking Instagram. Prince Harry was flipping through his Instagram looking at hot brunettes like every other guy in LA. I'm disappointed. I thought it was going to be a great love story. Prince Harry is like Armie freaking Hammer. What if Prince Harry's the new House of Hammer? With Armie recently being accused of sending some woman some pretty disturbing DMs, Kathy would go on to tease that her favorite thing would be comparing Harry to the disgraced actor, and she was seemingly only referring to the way he met Meghan and not the disturbing allegations that were made about Armie. Kathy would also go on to note that Meghan and Harry both keep acting like they can do so much good for the world, which is great and inspirational, but when's the last time a royal did anything that helped the world? And I'm honestly stumped when it comes to answering that question, but if you can answer it, let us know in the comments below. Number 2, Bethany Frankel. Bethany Frankel, an outspoken critic of Prince Harry and Meghan, explained why she is so obsessed with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex by saying it was because of a greater meaning. Bethany would go on to explain that she feels Harry's bombshell memoir, Spare, in which he drags his royal family members, did more harm than good for him and his wife. Bethany would go on to say, to scorch the earth and burn the bridges and handle a situation in such reckless, outrageous manner doesn't achieve the results. The royal family is more popular than they were before you started the circus. Bethany would then go on to suggest that even if Harry was trying to highlight greater issues like racism and mental health struggles, he failed to make real change because the public is too focused on the drama of all of it. By saying the focus is on this whole massive charade versus the actual issues, versus anyone talking about actual racism in society as it pertains to this matter, or the mental health of it, of the sibling rivalry, or the relentlessness of the paparazzi, and in life and business. I've learned that you don't take every single opportunity to scorch and torch the joint. While Bethany would then go on to slam the prince, she would also offer some sound advice when she said, you might be able to get further by playing chess and not checkers. While I've worked with many different people in my career, there have been issues that I would like to change. Instead of scorching the earth because I was scorned, I handled them professionally, and this is so much more important because this is about someone's family. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Paul Burrell. Paul Burrell hit back at the criticism from Prince Harry by saying he doesn't recognize the young man he sees today. In Harry's controversial memoir Spare, the Duke of Sussex said Diana's former butler was milking her passing for money when he publicized his 2001 book A Royal Duty, which contained a raft of private revelations. But appearing on Australian breakfast show Sunrise, Paul would say, I first met him in his mummy's tummy. I don't recognize the young man I see today. That's not the boy I knew. What I see now is an angry, petulant, privileged prince who is consistently blaming other people and not taking accountability for his own part. Speaking from his home in Florida, Paul would then then go on to note that the Duke has changed fundamentally and that his mother would be appalled. She would be angry at these personal, vindictive revelations, which don't just undermine Harry but his country, his family, and the institution, which his mother was very proud of, and his late grandmother's legacy. Paul then went on to blame Harry's wife Meghan for the Duke's vindictive behavior, claiming she was the one driving him behind the scenes.
Number 10. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has been pretty public about her thoughts on Hailey and the Baldwin family over the years, and she isn't afraid to slam them on her show. When Hailey and Justin got engaged in July 2018, Wendy seemed to have very strong opinions on the whole thing, even claiming right off the bat how she doesn't think it will last, saying at the time, "I don't think this marriage will last. Look, right after the honeymoon, he's doing a drive-by at Selena's." She went on to say to her audience, "I think the Baldwins look at Bieber as a cash cow. I think Stephen Baldwin, Hailey's father, likes to be more relevant again to young people in pop culture, and Bieber is a quick way to do that. I don't believe this marriage will last." This isn't the first time Wendy has bashed the relationship though. Just 3 days before the couple got engaged, Wendy said in her show that Hailey only has Justin's attention until Selena comes back into the picture. She also commented on Hailey's engagement ring, speculating that Justin most likely had this ring for a while, and that he was planning on maybe giving it to Selena. Not only that, but she also applauded Kylie Jenner and said she upstaged the bride, referring to Kylie's look at Hailey and Justin's wedding. At the end of the day, it just looks like she's really not a fan of the model. Number 9. Manny MUA. Manny is a makeup artist, YouTuber, and beauty blogger who has a pretty large following on TikTok. He recently came up with a video looking to poke fun at Hailey's extremely low-key makeup tutorials. He posted a video where he appears to put on barely any concealer, then continuing to do some lip liner with gloss before completing the look. Fans love this joke made towards Hailey and calling her out for her makeup tutorials, which are clearly specific to having flawless skin. One user wrote, "You can all hate Hailey and all or not respect her, but you have to agree she has amazing skin." But others weren't so sure, thinking that this Hailey callout was a form of bullying. One fan wrote, "Sad all these influencers are taking the mick out of Hailey. How can all these people bully her, but if she does a video, it's the end of the world." Number 8. Chicks. Chicks is a TikTok account with 2.8 million followers, and they have really not held back from sharing their feelings on Hailey. The account posted a clip where one woman starts off by saying, "I've hated Hailey Bieber for a very long time. Everyone just hypes her up all the time, but I've always seen the mean girl in her." She continued by saying, "And I know it sounds like I'm just saying that now, but I've been saying it." Her co-host admitted to feeling a similar way, saying she does give off that energy, where she's like, "I'm better." Fans have been divided as to how they feel about these comments towards the model. One wrote, "How can you hate someone you don't even know?" Another added by saying, "Stop, enough, these are human beings and you guys aren't helping." For now, it's unconfirmed if Hailey has seen the video, but regardless, I doubt she will be invited on their TikTok after that. Number 7. Muni Long. The American singer-songwriter Priscilla Hamilton, professionally known as Muni Long, is yet another celebrity who has taken to social media to show her support of Selena Gomez, but definitely in a more subtle way. Not too long ago, Muni shared a video on TikTok where she is singing along to Selena's song Who Says. She then put a few hearts and wrote Selena. Muni actually has a past relationship with Selena after being one of the composers on her song Who Says. Fans came right to the comments with one writing, "We are really all team Selena." Another fan added, "I love that you said nothing but also so much in this video. We love nice, kind, and supporting women." Hopefully Hailey doesn't want to have a future singing career, because I don't think Muni Long will be willing to help out with that one. Number 6. Kourtney Kardashian. With the drama between Hailey and Selena stemming from an eyebrow photo from Kylie looking to mock Selena, you would think Kourtney would stand with her sister, but it looks like she is really all for Selena, making her opinions known subtly on TikTok. Fans began forming their feelings after Kourtney's wellness brand's TikTok page plugged Irish sea moss drops with the song The Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena. One fan wrote, "She knew what she was doing picking this song, so she's not team Kylie." With another adding, "Kourtney is team Selena, they're so unbothered, I love it." Reportedly, Kourtney as well as Kim Kardashian are a lot closer to Selena than people seem to know. Selena's little sister Gracie is reportedly pretty close to Kourtney and Kim's daughters Penelope and North. Many fans were surprised to learn this connection, with one user tweeting, "Even Hailey Bieber didn't see this one coming. Penelope and Gracie are friends, so they have been cool for the longest time. Kourt is drama-free. Kourt is the high school friend who's a friend to all." Number 5. Zayn Malik. With Zayn and Selena reportedly hanging out much more, it's pretty easy to assume that he's with Selena on this one. The initial start being when he unfollowed Hailey in the midst of the feud, only to begin following Selena. Looks like the two went on to make things a little more public after a video emerged where a TikTok user claimed to see the couple on a date. Allegedly looking pretty cozy, the user admits to viewers rumors, the two went on a date to a restaurant in New York City and were seen kissing. Though this is all rumored for now, an inside source reportedly told Entertainment Tonight that the initial date involved hand-holding, kissing, and revealing that the two were obviously very comfortable with each other. Of course, this is all pretty new news. Neither Zayn or Selena have confirmed or denied these rumors, but fans are hopeful. It does appear that things have been heating up between the stars after even more recently, Selena was spotted having dinner with Zayn's assistant. According to the press, the two are walking side by side after leaving Nobu together. Bella Hadid even did a surprising online move, which seemed to confirm the accusations even further. Bella liked to post on Instagram, which was about Zayn's mother, following Selena on Instagram. Though she has never said anything publicly bad about Hailey, I think it's clear who he supports in this Team Selena, Team Hailey drama. As these allegations continue to surface, it looks like Zayn is all for Selena, and with the recent feud with Hailey, I can't imagine he'll be pushing for any collaborations anytime soon. Number 4, Kourtney and Phoebe. Hailey found herself in some hot water after being accused of trademark infringement over her brand Rhode. She was sued by the founders of her fashion label Rhode NYC, Phoebe and Kourtney. In legal documents which were obtained by TMZ, the founders claim the company's names are way too similar and it's causing confusion amongst their customers. At the time, their lawyers came out with a statement saying, "Last week, Miss Bieber launched a beauty skincare line using the same exact brand as Rhode." The statement continues by saying, "She did this despite knowing of Rhode and its prior rights. Miss Bieber tried to buy the Rhode mark from Rhode a year ago." The founders also issued a joint statement which read, "We're two women entrepreneurs who met in college, built the Rhode brand, and put years of hard work into our minority co-owned business." They continued by saying, "Today we are forced to file a lawsuit against Hailey Bieber and her new skincare line that launched last week that is using the brand Rhode. We had to in order to protect our business." It is revealed though that Hailey owns the trademark for skincare and they hold it for fashion, so it looks like she's in the clear, which is definitely not good for the fashion brands. Number 3, Alessandro. Alessandro is a TikToker who has shown his love for Selena in the past on his platform, even interviewing the star and asking her what her favorite underrated product from her brand Rare Beauty is. He then went out to buy the product and gave it some amazing reviews to his followers. He then went on to test Hailey's skincare line Rhode, which he used the product for 60 days before sharing his honest reviews. He compliments Hailey's natural skin, explaining how he isn't totally sure if she actually uses these products herself. He explains that even though he finds her line relatively affordable, there's cheaper options out there. The only thing he really called out the model for was her lip product completely drying out your lips. He has called her out for various other videos since, calling her out for doing a makeup tutorial where she has nothing actually on her brush. Seems like Alessandro might have some mixed reviews on Hailey, but he isn't afraid to share them. Number 2, Camila Cabello. Selena Gomez and Camila Cabello have been friends for a while now, with Camila even sharing how she found a super empathetic and supportive friend in Selena. The former Fifth Harmony singer has made no secret how the media comments on your body have affected her. Selena of course is no stranger to how harsh media can be, and the two became very supportive of each other. She has revealed how they have come to support and rely on each other when dealing with negativity on their end as well as their mental health. Camila told People, "She is somebody that's always been so supportive, a really great friend and person with great values. She's super empathetic, loyal, and honest." She added by saying, "We have our little group and we hang out and all of our conversations are real." She even explained how much she loves Selena's vulnerability, saying, "I feel like she's never pretending and I don't feel like I have to pretend around her." With all her love and support of Selena, you can imagine she probably doesn't feel great about Hailey appearing to publicly shade her friend. To make matters worse, Camila's ex-boyfriend, who's reportedly had a pretty close relationship with the model. So when Camila and Sean bumped into Justin and Hailey at the 2021 Met Gala, you can imagine it would be pretty awkward. The moment was caught on camera and shared across social media, with most users calling the interaction very cringy. They give brief hugs, then the two boys bro out a bit, and you can feel the tension through the screen. And although she has never really said much about Hailey, she quickly appeared to unfollow her when the drama came out, looking like more things are most likely to be said behind closed doors about this one. And lastly, number 1, we have Dr. Daniel Barrett. The Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Daniel Barrett blew up on TikTok after posting a viral video accusing Hailey Bieber of having work done on her face. After the video popped up, Daniel found himself in some hot water and was hit with a cease and desist letter from the couple's lawyers. The lawyers claimed he was using Hailey's name, image, likeness without her prior permission in order to advertise his own practice. They accused the doctor of spreading false claims that Hailey had undergone plastic surgery. Hailey and Justin were also accused the doctor of using copyrighted protected lyrics from Justin Bieber's song in the video. In the video, it shows 2 photos of Hailey years apart, and Daniel says, "Pay close attention to the nose. What do you think? I think it's physically impossible with without getting a little bit of help from someone like myself to get from this picture to that picture. In a statement to E! News, the doctor said, "The purpose of my TikTok is to increase the transparency of plastic surgery and to educate people." He went on to say, "The purpose of my video was to share my opinion on the procedures that I believe that she may have had done based on photos alone." TikTok users came to the support of the doctor, with one saying, "Saw the TMZ post and I want to say I stand by you. And I think it's BS, they want to sue you. They're probably mad because it's true." Another added, "Good for you, Daniel, so glad you didn't take the video down, you did nothing wrong." Many fans think Hailey's reaction was a bit dramatic though, considering many plastic surgeons have shared their opinions in the past and on what they believe other celebrities have done.